support this channel by subscribing and leaving comments.
Okay, this is a case where we call it a discovery case. It's where the first casts were made. Jerry Crew up there on the left, push alley hoop on the right. And anyway, that's where the first cast was made. Jerry Crew made it, and then here he is over here again holding the cast, the newspaper, and it's just location of the site and whatever, where it was.
Who's the gentleman with him?
That is Andrew Genzoli. He was a newspaper columnist. He wasn't a reporter exactly, he was a columnist. He had a column there in Humboldt Times Standard paper. Well, it wasn't Humboldt Times, it was a Humboldt Standard at that time. There were two papers at that time, then they combined. Over there is kind of not too clear a print, but it's good cast.
And these are the crew trucks.
Pardon me? Yeah, right. Case of where it's a skull mocked up from a jawbone, a replica jawbone they found in China. And when Grover Krantz, he made the mock-up of it, his idea of what one would look like. And of course, this shows the location in China where it was found, and so forth.
That string points to the general area?
Right. The yarn is to the general area where it was found. This case is just a case of Roger Patterson's film, mainly just a couple of casts, and some Argosy pictures out of Argosy, and then we have a little print down there in the bottom of one of the frames of Bigfoot. And it's mainly just, like I said, a couple of original casts that were made at the film site the next spring by Bob Tippis.
So these are Titmus tracks.
Yeah, well, they're at the scene of the same beast that made the tracks in the film. The Bob Tippis thing. I said the next spring. It was not the next spring. It was about 2 weeks later. Excuse me.
Okay, and the next display?
The next display is a handprint that Bob Tippis found in a tanker pool or hole that they made to fill the tankers out of for watering the road. And Bob drained the pool of the garden hose, cycled the water out of the garden hose, and made the cast. And of course, other pictures are just pictures of him draining it and making casts and so forth.
How did he claim he come across it?
We don't know. We haven't, unfortunately, we tried to contact the people who was with him. We have no luck there. And of course, Bob was gone, so we couldn't ask.
I have a little trouble making out what I'm seeing with that.
Yeah, someone's very difficult there. So, photos are hard. Cast of a track that I made. A couple of kids found this down there at the Tish 10 campground, just beside of Hoopla, in '89, I believe. Yep, '89. And so they come and got me, and I went down and swam the river and made the cast.
And these are the tracks leading up away from it in this picture here.
Yeah, they're not, it's difficult to see, and those are, of course, you can see where we went past our parachute, and it's a little bit easier to see. But so many times, like you're saying here, tracks are awfully hard to see, particularly in a photo when they're not anything to identify. Anything like plaster parachute.
Now, is this the location where the bridge is right in about here?
Well, the bridge would be back this direction. There's,
This is, okay, Buck Ridge is the one coming in from the lower right?
right.
That flows like this?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then you're right.
Okay, we were there, we stopped.
Oh, yeah. And then there's what I was thinking of, that's for the new mountain. The old mountain is that way, because it went down. If it then turns before flood, it changes course. Right quite a little bit. And if you notice about a mile, this side of the bridge is river. But it's over a dry stream then.
I did notice that, yeah. Oh, that's the old river, the old creek?
That's right. So that's what happened. That's what 264.
Number 64, no, 63, 64, when that last song.
No? What happened was that, you know, it's something that I'm speculating on now myself because, okay, we had as much as 2 foot and possibly 3 foot of rain in places here.
Okay, well,
in just 3 or 4 days. And I worked out in it, and it was so hot, you couldn't stand a rain cooler. So I think now, of course, this is before satellite, probably some satellites up, but they didn't have any weather satellites. I think probably that this was a hurricane that somehow come up the coast here, come up. And come in here. It must be, but the weather was so hot.
Have big winds associated with it?
Yeah, I don't remember the winds being so high, but I remember being out there trying to work and say some of the things. It was so hot that you just couldn't hardly stand to have anything on.
Humid too, then?
Yeah, oh yeah, very hot, humid. And so that, it has to be what happened.
Yeah. But other than that, you basically got a nice climate here.
Oh yeah. But what we do, we get a little snow, and we get quite a bit of rain. With our average rainfall is about 48, 50, some days.
That should be starting.
Anytime, any day. It's hard to say. Sometimes I know I can still be 70, but that's rare. It's still 70.
That's a picture of Titmus on the wall.
Right.
Yeah, Renee keeps mentioning the beautiful mist in the morning that somehow comes off.
Oh yeah.
The ocean.
Oh yeah. Well, you see, some of this is your little neat pictures here. These pictures are closer here than over there, but like in Willow Creek, it was a literal jungle at the time. It used to be. I don't know how it is now. I haven't been up there
You
for a
mean
long time.
vegetation?
Vegetation, just moisture, especially rhododendrons.
Oh, yeah.
Rhododendrons, you just couldn't. I've been up there, spent a lot of time with a couple of guys. One guy, I remember, he was scared to death, but he got it by himself, you know.
Like you need a machete to have
Yeah,
through it.
that's right. You get through it, but it's not easy. It's really easy.
Tell John about the gal on the motorcycle and her kid.
Yeah, that was,
That's the most recent.
well, no, that's one I just happen to know. This lady that I know very, very well. They were hunting, and he was up on an old log landing, up high up on there, and on the side there was where the road came up, it kind of made switchback back and forth. And so she was sitting up there in a lawn chair, watching him out there, and her son came up the hill on his motorbike. And here a Bigfoot was chasing him on the road. And chased him up there. In fact, he just got up to there, and he got up there, and she said, "Well, aren't you afraid of that thing chasing you?" He didn't even know it.
Nothing hurt the light.
No. But he...
How close behind was it?
I don't know. I'm not sure. She didn't say how close it was. But it got fairly close. And it got up to close enough that she could see the features of his face and all of that. She was fairly close.
Where's this area?
It was in the Bluff Creek area someplace. I'm not sure exactly where. But she told me, and but she doesn't want me to tell who she is. Well, she says, I don't want to be laughed at anymore. But she said her whole family laughed at her. But they found the tracks as well as the sighting why, but they found tracks where he had chased him. So,
Okay, so when he arrived at his mother, I guess the creature took off the bush.
apparently so. They got up there with more people like he took off.
Was that a big Sasquatch?
I don't know. She suspected it was a juvenile who was just having fun. In fact, John Green suspected the same thing. I told him. He says it's rather consistent. They've had cases a couple of times where they chase people on bicycles. They don't apparently trying to catch them, but they're just playing.
How fast was the boy going?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I have no idea. It is amazing.
Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do this winter. We haven't got together. One of our people is been on fires all summer. So right now, I think she's up in Idaho. So when she gets back, we'll try to get squared around and find out what we're gonna do. Try to do more of Florida.
It's very decent, but really professional.
Oh, yeah. Little local guys made those. Yeah, what we'd like to do is, of course, it's going to take time to do it all.
Yeah, as long as every year something else is added.
Right.
Those are the cats that John Green brought down.
Well, yeah, well,
He used to have over
these,
yeah.
these, if John brought this down, he brought this, I had it, he brought all of these in here.
If you're enjoying all this rare and unique content, please show your support by subscribing and leaving comments.